From the maker of the 4-3-3 Dominator and the 4-2-3-1 Ultimate comes the 4-3-3 Titans. Now we've seen how those two previously did not work all that well, but will the Titans one work? At all? Anything? Before I get into this tactic, I do want to mention that if you leave a comment in one of these videos, please do definitely tell me what you'd like to see, some other tactics that you'd like to see. But I do record these sometimes in advance, so I've got a couple going at once. And then not to mention that if you mention a tactic or a style of tactic, maybe you want 2 or 3 up front, I have to look for it. I then have to take a little while and actually sim it and then go through everything, record it, and then actually get it onto the channel. So it does take me a little while. If you leave a comment and you say that you would like a certain style of tactic or a certain manager's tactic or something like that that's in the Steam Workshop, I will definitely take a look and I will get it to you as soon as I can. It just won't be immediate. But anyway, on with the show. This is the 4-3-3 Titans. It is a positive mentality, personalized tactical style. Now, this dude is from Nantes, France, I believe. And again, not, I'm pretty sure is not how you pronounce it. But we start off with a sweeper keeper yet again in attack, wingbacks on attack. You got central defenders in defend, halfback in defend, and 2 advanced playmakers in attack, inside forwards on support on both sides, and then a deep lying forward up top in attack. In possession, fairly wide attacking width. Approach play is underlap on the left and right, play out of defense, much shorter passing directness, tempo is slightly higher, lower crosses in the final third and work the ball into the box. Transition, counter press, hold shape, distribute to center backs, and take short kicks. And then out of possession, high press line of engagement, higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, step up more, and stop crosses. Now, I will say with this one, he does have a YouTube video showing the tactic and showing some information about the tactic. So it really would be nice if he actually put it in the description. His YouTube video is in French. I don't speak French, so it wouldn't help me anyway, but at least you can do a Google Translate or something. But at least it's something other than the previous 2 that have had just a pretty screenshot. He does actually show some of the opposition instructions that he does. So, I mean, there is a lot more information on the Steam Workshop than he has had in the past. Check it out. Maybe it'll help with the teams. Unfortunately, when we look at these teams, you can see, again, Tottenham, Newcastle, Wolves, 10th, 11th, and 12th. 56 points down to 51. Better than some showings that we've seen, but overall still not great for these 3 teams. Schedule-wise, Tottenham did not start off well at all at a completely winless August. You finally pick up your first win against Liverpool of all teams. These tactic talks just do not like these teams with Liverpool. October's not too bad with only 2 losses, and you pick up a bunch of wins. November, not great. And then post World Cup, you do lose out in the EFL Cup 3rd round. Aston Villa at home 1-0, so that's not great. But post-World Cup, you do draw against Bolton, win against Bolton, draw against West Ham, and then lose in the FA Cup 4th round replay against West Ham, 1-1 on penalties. You do move on from all this Champions League group, and you do actually beat PSG, which is amazing, but then you lose out to Real Madrid. That is a tough post-group stage in the Champions League. 1-3 to Real Madrid away from home. You do actually draw at home, but still enough to see you out. And then you finish off with a fantastic May, but overall still not good enough for this team. Newcastle looking like they had an absolutely fantastic first half of the season. You do lose out in the EFL Cup 2nd round to Burnley, so right off the bat, but only 4 losses in the first half of the season. Just a great result there. Post-World Cup, though, a completely different story. You do win against West Brom in the FA Cup 3rd round. You win against Burnley in the 4th round, but lose out in the 5th round to West Ham 2-3. Again, great May, 2 wins, 2 draws, but I mean, everything else just, Yet again, a horrific August for Wolves. They do actually win in the EFL Cup 2nd round, which is nice. They have a fantastic run from Aston Villa all the way down to Brentford. And then you just can't pick up a win for the last couple of matches of the first half of the season. Losing out in the EFL Cup 3rd round on penalties to West Ham. Second half, not too bad of a start. FA Cup, you continue on until the FA Cup quarterfinals against Manchester United. And then from that point, just drops 2 wins, and that is it. 0-5 to Man City. Transfer-wise, actually, Tottenham not spending a whole lot. Joseph Chutalo, 17.5 from Dynamo Zagreb. Benjamin Dominguez, though, from Gimnasia and Esgrima for 3.4. And then Henrique Pereira from Benfica for 1.3. Newcastle only picking up Douglas Santos from Zenit for 26. And then Amadou Diallo to Hull City. That's, I mean, really not much. Wolves. Miguel Veloso, we've seen before. Rochinha from Sporting for 2.2. Don't know that one. So doing a quick look at the squads, remember just pause it where you want to see your players, but really not a lot in the green overall for the average rating. Some nice in the back 5. Newcastle having about the same result, 717 for Trippier, 715 for Willock, but I don't even see Isaac. Oh wow, 692 for Isaac. Wolves really not having too much of a difference, 715, 718, 77 for Huang Hee-chan, but only 6 appearances off the bench, so oh well. Had my hopes up, though. Data hub-wise, Tottenham is shaky in defense, good in attack, and as you can see, I mean, good in attack is not great in attack, but it is slightly better than the Premier League average, but fouls per game on the massive scale. Everything else just low as can be. Newcastle, however, quite decent defensively and very good in attack, and as you can see, they did a much better job than Tottenham in attack. Don't know why they got lower, though, in the table. But fouls per game through the freaking roof. Everything else drawing or just well under tackles per game, clearances per game. So yeah, quite decent defensively. I'm not sure I would go that far. And then Wolves, weak defensively, generally okay in attack. And as you can see, the attacking side definitely not too big at all. And yeah, I mean, defending not great either. A lot below the Premier League average. Blocks per game is higher. Fouls per game is higher. Newcastle and Tottenham both making the most goals list. Unfortunately, Wolves missing out. Fewest shots against is Newcastle. A couple are on the most possession, most dribbles made is Newcastle. Fewest conceded, nobody as most shutouts. Tackles one, yeah. Defensively, they were not great at all. But Wolves, Newcastle, and Tottenham are all in the passing style completion. Tiki Taka through the roof for these teams. Newcastle, Tottenham in the most shots for, and then most points per game, absolutely nobody. Most goals, Harry Kane gets there with 22, so picks it up from a couple of times that we've seen really low results from him. Most assists, Trippier, 19, tops of the league, and Sarabi with 15 in second. Fantastic results for them. Most player of the match awards, nobody. Best passing completion, you actually got a couple people there. Most dribbles made, there you go. Again, passing style is doing well, but defensively, not so much. You got St. Maximin with 99 tackles. That's pretty good. Key passes, Trippier, Pablo Sarabi, as you'd expect. Most shots, Isaac, the only one in the list with 88, and we've seen the most goals. Harry Kane for Tottenham picking it up, 27 goals, back to kind of his average for top goal scorer in all competitions. Pedro Porro with 715, highest average rating. Son and Porro with 8 assists apiece. Then Holzberg and Porro with 4 player of the match awards. Holzberg, I think, is one of the first times we've seen him in the list. Alexander Isaac for Newcastle, 14 in all appearances. 14 goals is so low for him. But Trippier with a 717 highest average rating, I mean, it's good, but it's not great for him. Kieran Trippier with 20 assists is fantastic. And then 5 player of the match awards for him as well. Raul Jimenez and Cunha with 12 goals apiece. Kind of spreading it out. Probably would have liked to seen a couple more goals in there. Ruben Neves, 718, highest average rating. Not too bad. Sarabia, again, usually on that list, 18 assists. And then Nunez with 4 player of the match awards. I mean, some really low tallies for some of these players. But overall, definitely can't say that this is one to look at all that closely, at least for the sim. But again, this guy's got a YouTube channel or YouTube video out that kind of walks you through how things are going to go. If you don't speak French, I don't think it's too bad because he actually walks you through it. You can at least take a look at the screens and see what they're doing, what he's doing. It may help you a little, but overall, yeah, these 3 teams did not like this tactic at all. But that is it for me, Savine FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.